run with Crockett. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second is Watson. And this one's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. Third down here.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
This is Crockett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Watson on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Crockett. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And it's now 3-0 Texans. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first look is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A toss play, Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route, put it for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Peake's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go!
They go play action here on first down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Come
To Crockett on the ground. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Chargers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. Again on the ground, again Crockett. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll set up to throw. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Over.
Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ohio. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Let's go.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. They'll roll him out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here's Jeff Locke now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He spots Henderson open left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Douglas with a grab over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Watch the twin. Gun!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go.
Watson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw is Watson. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and getting what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now it's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Watson hands this to Foreman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller from 6 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They run the counter now on first down. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Texans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets around him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a quick handoff, and this is the fullback, Prosh. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, let's put the check mark on the defensive side of the ledger there. Really nice tackle by the man in the middle. But why was he able to get that done? Because he has 4 down linemen in front of him, 2 tackles, 2 ends. And what they often try to do is create what we call a funnel. Right to the man in the middle linebacker, who often leads his team in tackles.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38!
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Foreman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he's brought down after a good game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody.